Word, y'all. Back again. It's your boy Steezy 200 with another Copper Squad, putting good light on the scene, good talent. Terance, I got it hard.
What's up now?
How you doing, my brother?
I'm good.
Appreciate you for Copper Squad with us, man.
I'm glad I was invited. I'm glad to be here.
So tell them what you do, because I know, but...
Well, currently I am the producer behind the St. Louis Arts and Entertainment Awards, and I also manage a couple of artists here. One of them being Wosi Woe. At this time, we're doing the nominations for the award show. So that's what's currently going on. We're ciphering through, who's going to make it to the next round. So This will be our third year.
First round done, or?
Yeah, the first round started January 2nd. It went for 3 weeks, and it ended January 23rd. And all you had to simply do was just go and put who you want in there.
Yeah. I know I did.
Right, Now we're going into the second round, and it's the elimination rounds. A lot of the categories have up to 20, but that 20 would drop down to 3 to 5. The platform I use does the counting for me, so I don't do the counting myself.
That's very smart.
Yeah.
That's very smart. Because you said at least 1,000 votes. That's all.
Well, last year, the second round, there were literally 9,580 people that voted over that time span.
Dang.
Yeah.
Shout out St. Louis.
Yeah. Literally real votes, because you can only vote one time per round.
Right.
So you just can't sit
Keep
at home.
going in,
Right.
yeah. Trolling the system.
Yeah,
I can't do all that, y'all. We ain't doing that.
Demeanor rising negatively type.
Oh, he started already. Let's hit him with the categories real quick. What's the categories they got going?
There are 58 categories, ranging from club venue, podcast, concert venue. Of this year, we added Youth Entertainer of the Year. We also added a jazz category, a blues category, and a rock category. We have National Artists of the Year, which are people from the area, like the Sexy Reds, the Boss Vets. Those are the national artists. You'd be surprised at how many people name I've seen in the nominations that
For national?
Yeah, for national artists.
Come on,
I'm like,
y'all.
come on.
Y'all ain't national.
Okay,
Not yet.
And then we have the music categories. We have the videos. We have Artists of the Year, live performer of the year, male and female. We have videographer, male and female. This year we added comedy content creator, and a few others.
Yeah, I definitely voted. Shout out Boone Terance. I feel like.
Yeah, and I think when I announced his name, I said Booney. My bad.
Boone Terance, bro, I'm gonna have to get you on the couch on me though. But yeah, he funny. He ain't true bad. One of them niggas probably gonna win.
Yeah, I've seen. I'll be seeing their content. Congratulations.
Copper
Squad is one of the nominees. And if y'all want Copper Squad to make it through, you better go and just hit that selection. And you don't have to vote in every category, because, just go to the ones that you know.
Right, for sure then. Shout out Visual Plug too.
Who's nominated? Congratulations.
We on that.
It's her third year too.
Ooh, she outside.
Won the first year.
She outside. So how long you been doing the award show though?
This will be the third award show. The first one was in 23, and then we did the one this past year, and then we're going into the third one.
Now, it's a bit of controversy around that. It's another award show.
Well, it is the STL Awards that is done by Tracy Smith. And in the beginning, there was me and her talked, trying to see how we can do things. I even posted our screenshots, to let people know that, hey, this isn't what she's saying. And then somewhere along the way, she got it twisted and said that I stole something from her. I think most of us who can remember knows that the Traffic Music Awards was one of the first award shows that I've seen in St. Louis that catered to, our demographics. But then over the course of a year and a half, I would catch her live. I never said anything. Every time I see her live, I never said anything. And then, and it was numerous times. And as a Capricorn, I keep my receipts. So if you think y'all get out there getting away with something, trust me, I probably got a screenshot that you said something. Trust me. But then this last show, this is what happened. Someone reached out to me and asked, was I going to the Picture Frame Awards? And I thought it was pretty funny because some of the awards she did give out last year were in Picture Frame. However, I think she got more angry because that year, I didn't know this, all the awards were in Picture Frame, and she admitted to making them at her job.
So it was actually called Picture Frame Awards?
And she got wind of it. I never mentioned the award show name, but that's how it kind of all started, and then she went live and, was just going in. And that's when I went live and I went back in.
That shit picked up some traction.
Yeah, it did. And thanks, Tracy. Made some money off of you, sweetie. Keep it coming.
Damn.
Keep it coming.
So it's the name though. It's the STL Award.
Yeah, and then she tried the LLC. It's the STL Awards and the St. Louis Arts and Entertainment Awards.
Okay.
And all I can say is I can't say much, but when the legal process comes out, it's not gonna be good for her.
Damn. Well, damn. Oh, Tracy, man, you can come voice your side of the story or anytime. Just come cop a squat with me, man. I don't know what's going on, but hey.
But here's the thing. When I went, I never talked bad about the award show because me being a former artist, I understand that these platforms shed light and give people recognition. You know what I'm saying? So I support everything. I was actually going to go to her award show, like I said before.
I actually performed at one of her award shows before.
The first one?
I probably
was it in Hazelwood or the one at Fahrenheit?
Fahrenheit.
Yeah. But this is the thing. When I found out she was going to Fahrenheit, that's when we talked. Because I said, why don't you go back to the other place you headed at? To my understanding, it was a better look. And she said that there were some things that was going on. She mentioned one of them was the liquor. I said, well, that could be your way back in to negotiate a price. And I said, if you want me to talk to him, I will. But it is unfortunate. But I support all the award shows. Like I said, I couldn't talk about her award show because people that were nominated in her award show I support. My artist, Wolski, was nominated. So if I talk about her award show, then essentially I'm kind of I'm acting negatively towards the contestants, the people in her award show.
Why she say you demeanorizing women? Can you define that first?
Well, I went to Webster and I couldn't find the I even asked Meta AI and they was like, what? And it's like, so.
That's crazy.
But it kind of stuck. And the difference is somebody reached out to me and it's like, what's going on? I said, well, I'm just trying to capitalize off of, the buzz, and I wish that she would do the same. I don't wish her any ill will, but if you come for me, I'm coming back, so all she need to do is just focus on her. 2 award shows can't exist.
Yeah, that's what I feel like.
We got the BET Awards, the Soul Train Awards,
Hello Awards,
all types
VMAs,
of awards, MTV, all of those. So all of those can be
That's why
successful.
I feel like it's just the name. It's like, STL, I got the STL. You got STL? No, I got the STL.
Yeah,
we all STL.
What's funny is when people be trying to, they always say the STL Awards, even when referring to the St. Louis Arts and Entertainment Awards.
Right.
I don't understand. I guess I do kind of understand why, because I guess
it's short.
Yeah, it's shorter, and people just hear St. Louis and awards and just automatically, think. But I go in there, no, it's different. It's different. But like I said, I wish her success. But as long as she leave me alone, I mean, she can do certain things that won't affect me. I'm not gonna trip off that. As long as she don't attack my character or the award show, we good. Last year we were going to do it on the same day as the STL Fest. And I was like, well, I'm doing an outside pre-show, so it's going to be conflicting, so we changed the date. So I'm looking at to make sure ain't nothing like that going around. So
it's like rappers and they release dates for the albums. You got any vices?
Shopping? I don't know.
Shopping?
Yeah, I guess it's.
Excessive shopping, I guess, could be bad.
Yeah, I like like gadgetry type stuff, like cameras and
Yeah.
digital stuff. And I got like 3 drones at the house that I just bought them, and they therapeutic though. If you got a drone,
I definitely got
they're
one.
very therapeutic.
I barely use the motherfucker as I should have been using it because I bought it when I was really diving into like shooting videos.
Well, that's what I got mine for. I was gonna do it to try to save money on doing WoW video, but it's a lot of work.
It is.
You gotta render this. I'm like, what the fuck is a render? I'm like,
Video shit, I got a computer just for video shit. It's like I got music over here, but this computer do all video shit because it's a lot.
Yeah, it is. So and then when I saw the stuff, the drones, the rules, they were like, you can't go too high.
The
and
FAA.
you can't do it around parks and when events going on, and you can't do it around airspaces. I get that part, but I read a review that said that the dude had went too high up and the FBI came to his house because you got to register and everything. Yeah, they didn't do anything to him.
So when I first got mine, I was like, fuck the rules. And I was doing them.
I think most of us are like, rules? What the fuck? Like, I'm going to go over here all by Laura House type. I'm going to go by the police station. I'm going to do all of that.
Yeah, I definitely was. I'm glad I ain't come to my house, though. I ain't got time.
Did you register it?
After a while.
Okay. Well, if it wasn't registered, they couldn't track it. But once it got registered, I mean, they couldn't track it back to you. But once it got registered.
Yeah, what the fuck I'm registering for?
Yeah.
You learn something every day. All right, so you from St. Louis?
Yep.
Did you have a good upbringing? Was you silver spoon?
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily call it a silver spoon, but if you talk to people that know me, they would most definitely tell you that I was probably a little bratty, spoiled kid.
Dang. They gonna say silver spoon.
Yeah, they might.
I mean, I ain't no silver spoon, but yeah, it's one thing. My birds stay priding that stuff on. She like, yeah, I ain't never had lights cut off, water cut off, none of that shit.
Yeah, I didn't have any necessarily struggles as far as financial or a typical middle class black family, you know. And my grandparents raised me, which I wouldn't have it any other way. They instilled in me a lot of wisdom and a lot of understanding that I just lacking today. So,
Right. Any trauma that done push you to be what you're doing now? Like any low points or any something that's just a driving?
well, actually, I posted about it a while ago. When I was younger, I used to sing and do a lot of different things, and I was in this competition, and they booed me off stage. Yeah,
Dang.
It was like 30 some people. It was like 36 or some people, and I was like 27.
Yeah.
So everybody after a certain number basically got booed. And it was at that moment that I decided, you know, I was 18 at the time, in order to do it the right way, I had to do it I had to do my own stuff. So that following year, me and a friend of mine, we rented out the 23rd Street Theater, which was the Greeley Community Center, which was also the home of the Black Repertory Theater. That was my first show. And then just recently, I found out that when we hit it at the Grandale Theater, that was the home of the Black Repertory Theater. So it seems like there's a pattern of me following the Black Repertory Theater. And what's crazy is they're at Washington University, and I was talking to some representative from Washington University about trying to have the award show there at the Edison Theater. And if that happens,
That's a nice theater too. That's a nice theater.
yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I saw it. If they willing to sponsor,
Watch you. Watch you.
yeah. And my mom used to work there for years at Ursula. But yeah, that is if I get there, then I officially followed Washington University to all the theaters. But that show, I got booed. Who won that show was, I'm pretty sure you all are familiar with him. What he went by? They were called the Baby Gangsters at the time. But Pretty Willie.
I was finna say, you said pretty, so you finna say Pretty Willie.
Yeah, Pretty Willie was in that group.
Right.
Yeah, and they were with French Jam Production. We used to do a lot of shows together and competitions together. They were good artists, but they were the one who ended up winning. And no shade to the winners, but French Jam were the people who put the show on. So I felt at 18, I felt like this isn't fair. So the show that I did, I used to manage artists then as well, but I wouldn't let my artists. As a matter of fact, what's crazy is one of the artists that I managed is David Green. He was in a group called Chemistry. It was 4 of them. And when I did the first award show, if I'm correct, that's Lil Dave's dad, I believe. I didn't know that at the time. And when he came, and when I saw him, I think it just kind of, it clicked in. But when I was managing their group Chemistry, I wouldn't let them compete in the show that I did because I felt there would be a conflict of interest and people would be saying, oh, this is, your artist and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Right. So even back then, I understood about the optics of it. So that is what really kind of moved me out of the performing aspect of it and more to the behind the scenes.
My mama actually used to babysit Pretty Willie.
Yeah.
That's wild. Shout out Pretty Willie Suella.
That's the Suella part I was trying to remember. I was like,
Suella. Give Tracy or whoever some tips about, if you wanted to be in your shoes doing what you do in the industry, what's a good tip for them?
You have to be able to have thick skin, first and foremost. You have to make sure your ducks in a row. You have to make sure your paperwork and certain things are in place if you're trying to do, certain things. When my nephew was drafted to the Chiefs, I used to see all type of posts that was, big fella, and they were negative. And I would be going on there to try to, to defend him, like, I don't even know him. But I asked my sister, I'm like, how did he deal with it? Mm-hmm. And she was like, he doesn't pay it any. He sees it, but he just doesn't let it affect him. So I hit with that in mind. You have to be able to not let things get to you because people are going to say things about you whether it's true or not.
For sure.
And if you're not mentally sound enough, it will destroy whatever you're trying to do. So if you're not thick-skinned, this entertainment, music, is really not, anything in the public eye is really not. And the other thing I would probably say is to be determined. If you have a vision, a lot of people don't see your vision, right? They don't quite understand it. So if you have that vision, to follow through with it.
Anything you want to say to these people before we close out?
First of all, thank you for having me on the show.
Anytime.
I appreciate all those people that support me and understand, what's going on behind the scenes with this award show beef. I truly wish everyone success. I don't wish anything no hate on anyone. And I appreciate y'all for rocking with me and supporting me and understanding, certain things. The reason that I do the award show has nothing to do with me. The reason the award show is successful is because of the people that are participating in it and what the award show is for. I'm just a small part. I'm just the organizer. You ever been to South by Southwest?
Yeah. Once.
Yeah, I went last year. And what I will say before I go, and I ain't just bragging on St. Louis. Like I said, most people who know me know I'm really honest. And even when we went to the BET Awards last year, everyone from St. Louis was the show. I'm telling you, I've seen it I'm talking about the way that the crowd just migrated to the stage and was, you can tell when it's genuine and people, I sit and stand over there like a proud uncle. I'm like, look at these, they all in it. So, but we're going back to South by Southwest. We're talking about, it's doing 314 Day this year, so we're talking about doing a 314 Day at South by Southwest.
Put on for the city, man. I appreciate you coming through.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for having me.
Man, anytime, man. We're going to see you out next time on Copper Squad.